Hello folks, this is the first video that I've done. A lot of you have expressed your desire to meet Jesus face to face. I can say that wholeheartedly that I have met him face to face. Let me explain. I've been separated with my wife. I was separated at the time for over 9 years, on and off 9 years, and this experience happened 10/29/13. Approximately, that was over 3 years ago. This one particular night, I was experiencing a lot of pain, a lot of emotional pain of being separated from my wife. And I later on looked at this one psalm, Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed. That particular night, my spirit was so crushed. But around sometime early morning, maybe 6:30 in the morning or so, I was listening to the radio. I think it was David Hawkins. I'm not sure. But I was asleep. I drifted back to sleep. I saw this man walking up to me. This man came up to me, and I first noticed that he had the biggest smile on his face, as if I was some kind of a gift for him. And I saw the most loving eyes that I've ever seen in a human being before. His eyes seemed to bulge outward and radiate this incredible amount of intense love for you. It was so strong that I was kind of set aback by that. And I noticed that he had a normal looking man, but he had a slender, long nose and a long temple, and he looked Jewish. How many times have we seen these Jesus movies with white males who do not look European at all? Folks, that is a big mistake. This man was a Jewish man, I could tell. And he came up to me, and as he came up to me, I can see he did not have this really soft, perfect skin on him. His skin was, looked like he, had been through the ringer. I mean, he didn't have the strong, he looked like a man's man, sort of. But he came up to me, he gave me a kiss on the cheek, and he embraced me. He gave me such a strong, huge hug. I've never had this type of hug before in my life. It was a hug that you could not even break out of if you wanted to. It was so secure. It was so powerful. It was overwhelming all of me. None of me could break free if I wanted to. And believe me, I actually tried turning my head. I actually tried moving, and I could not move. I tried moving because on my right side was my wife kneeling down in prayer, and she was with her eyes closed. I think he let me see her in the spirit realm, maybe real time, I have no idea, but she was there praying. And I tried looking over, and I felt like I was even squeezed harder to his chest, as if I should not be focusing on her, I should be focusing on him. My face was pressed up against his chest so hard that I just really could not move my face. And I got the message. There was no words. I did not hear him say one word, folks. Nothing. It was all in the physical realm. But he felt so powerful. And I noticed that my left arm was loose. So I decided to wrap my left arm around him because he was hugging me. So I decided I was going to hug him. And I felt his clothes was like one robe. It was like a thin robe. I noticed at that time, and my hand went around his back, his middle of his back, and when I felt his back, it felt like I grabbed a hold of this steel. This man felt like steel. His back felt like steel. He was the strongest man I've ever felt in my life. Now, I think at that time, at that point, I woke up. But actually, about a month or two prior, my wife actually had a prophetic dream. It was a very long, detailed dream. Something about Judah and a sticky note. And at first, it was some woman's name, and it sounded like, oh no, I'm going to get blamed about being with a woman now. But it was Judy, that became Judah, it became the tribe of Judah, and somehow it became Jesus. And the sticky note was on my cheek, and she finally determined, out of 15-20 minutes of talking about this dream, that she said that Jesus kissed me on the cheek. And now, she was really not always talking nice things about me. She didn't have a whole lot of nice things to say about me. So I knew this did not come from her. This was genuine, and it came, I felt that it came from God, but I kind of forgot about it. 2 months later, 1 or 2 months later, this event happened to me in my life. And this happened at a very difficult time of my life. But I thought about what do those eyes mean to me? What did that love mean to me? Was that a personal love or what? And all I could think of was, okay, was it a love of a friend? I thought, no, this was more personal than a friend. Well, was this a love of an uncle? No. Uncles are still more distant, but yes, I feel like it was a family member, but it was not of an uncle. Okay, well, I thought, well, is this the love of a father? I said, no, a father is more distant. He is more harder to reach sometimes. He is above me. I felt that this person was on my level for some reason. And then I asked myself, is this the love of a brother? And I thought, oh my gosh, that's it. This was a love of an older brother. It was like this man came up to me as if I was his baby brother. He was my oldest brother. And it was such a strong love. It was like he came up to me in person for the first time, and he was so happy to see me. I was his gift. And I started researching the Bible, looking, where does it say that Jesus is our brother? And I noticed there was more scriptures I started picking out, but there was one scripture that I wrote down. I should have had more scriptures to say, but here we go. Here's Romans 8:29. For God knew his people in advance, and he chose them to be like his son, so that his son would be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. So I would say that Jesus is our elder brother to me, to other people that are children of God. God is the Father, and Jesus is our oldest brother, folks. I just don't understand why pastors are not reiterating the Bible, the words from the Bible. We are constantly being told that we are the children of God. But that is kind of distant. But to Jesus, we are his brother and his sister. He is our eldest brother. And until we know that, we won't know his love the way we can have his love so personal. And I felt that he came to me at the time that I needed him. I don't know why he made a special trip for me. But I do have other videos and other things that I could make later on. If people show interest, I will bring up more videos. Thanks for watching.